When you add a new question to Google Forms, the default is multiple choice. But what other choices are there? I'm going to click on the tiny triangle and you can see that I can do short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, checkboxes, drop down, file upload, linear scale, multiple choice grid, checkbox grid, date, and time. So when I choose short answer, this is going to allows for a short answer. That's a very small spot for the student to fill it in. If I choose paragraph, it's going to give them a longer box. Neither of those are going to be restricted by how much content they can put in. Adding another question, I can choose multiple choice is the default. We all know what multiple choice is, so let's look at checkboxes. Checkboxes could be renamed as multiple select. So this has multiple answer choices, so students will be able to select more than one correct answer. Adding another question, we can choose drop down. Now, drop down and multiple choice are basically the same thing. When there are more than 4 answer choices, I want it collapsed down so the students don't have to scroll through a whole list so that it's collapsed. So you'll notice when it says which period are you in, they're able to select from the drop-down list. Another answer choice is file upload. Now be aware that while this allows students to upload a file, it makes a copy. So this is not how we share files within Google Drive. It's going to make a copy of their file and share it with you. Linear scale is like a Likert scale. Rate this on a scale of 1 to 10. Now the default is 1 to 5, so I can change that so it goes from 1 to 10. You cannot do more than 1 to 10. This allows students to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 or up to 10, but only integers. Multiple choice grid is a little confusing, but it's really fun. So this allows you to do basically a rubric. You want students to self-assess. The rows would be the criteria or the categories. So they use critical thinking. So the criteria in the rows, and of course how you would rate it in the columns. Exceeds standards. And see, this would allow students to then self-assess on the rubric. When I create the question, notice down in the bottom that it says require a response in each row. So this would allow them to not skip any of the categories. Clicking on the 3 dots, you can take that one step further and say limit it to only 1 response per column if you don't want to allow them to pick each column response more than once. Coming down to checkbox grid, checkbox grid is going to be similar to the multiple choice grid. The difference between multiple choice and checkbox is the ability to select more than 1 response. You can ask for the date within a Google form. This is going to provide for the students the ability to select from a calendar the date. And the last option within Google Forms is to add time. And so this is going to show students an opportunity to fill in the time that you would like them to select.